So, yesterday we were trying to solve e power minus I j dot n psi j I e power I j dot n psi.
Sir, my paper is not checked yet.
Pardon me?
So my paper is not checked yet.
This is Satyapriya.
Yes, sir.
That I will do it today, okay? Because
Okay,
it was a retest. Okay. So yesterday I asked you to substitute and find out because we have found out actually. So A you have taken as j dot n and lambda is minus I psi and so we have found the commutator A with B, A with A with B and A with A with A with B. So we found that suppose you call this as C1, this as C2, the next term as C3. So C3 is equal to C1. That's what we found yesterday. So anybody has done this? Got the answer?
Yes, sir, I am done.
Yeah, can you give me the answer? What is this?
Final answer would be
Yeah.
Ji cos psi
Ji cos psi
plus epsilon ikj jk nj sin psi minus ni nj minus ni nn, sorry, nn. So it should be nn.
NN.
If nn, then jn, then cos psi minus 1.
Cos psi minus?
So we can also convert it into the cross product and dot product terms. Sir, for example,
Are you sure about this n? Is it n or m?
sir, it should be nm. So we can convert into dot product and cross product term also.
Okay. So cos psi ji is minus 1 minus cos psi nm jm ni then epsilon ijk sin psi. So j is for nj, okay, and k is for jk. Okay, fine. So see, this is basically for a component ji, right? So anybody is having any question on this? If you are not done, you yeah.
Sir, I was getting in terms of hyperbolics.
Pardon me?
I was getting same thing, but I was getting sin hx and cos hx.
That is not correct. You want me to do the calculation?
I will go through it again. Sir.
You go through it again. Okay, this is actually correct. Huh? So if you have any issues getting into this, okay, try once more. Then we will see in the next class. Okay. Others even so. Any other issues? Okay. So this is for the component ji. So for the vector, we can actually write down the answer because j you just replace as a vector j. So that transformation, so like the vector r, the transform like that. So what will happen in that case? So this ji will become the vector j cos psi plus this is actually epsilon ikj jk nj is the ith component of j cross n. So you get j cross n sin psi. So nm jm is n dot j and ni is ith component of n. So this will become, so I can write plus 1 minus cosine n dot j vector n. Okay. So now you can see the vector, the position vector r transforms like this, right? This is what we have done earlier. Now the angular momentum operator vectors, okay, so these are our operators, they also transform in the same way. So that is why we calling this j is also a vector, because it also transforms the same way as this, the position vector transforms. Okay. So the basic idea here is how to use the Hadamard lemma to derive this. Okay. So that is the mathematics part of this. Physics is basically the angular momentum operator and its transformation. So next one, what we want to do is Sassenhaus formula. Okay. So here the question is, what is e power a plus b equal to? Okay. So you know that if, so this is basically either operators or matrices. Okay. So you know that if a and b does not commute, obviously this is not equal to e power a into e power b. This is not true, right? Because the cross terms you can see ab will be there, ba will be there in this. But in this only AB, the B will be in the right hand side of the operator, in the right hand side expansion. In this you will have B appearing in the left hand side also. So if A and B commutes, no issue. So e power A plus B is equal to e power A into e power B. Suppose the commutator of A with B is C and the commutator of A with C, which is equal to commutator of B with C, is equal to 0. So this one, so I will come back to the Sassenhaus formula. So this is one special case we are looking at, where the commutator of A with B is C and that C commutes with A and B. So in that case we can write this as e power 1 minus 1 by 2 z. Okay. So this is what you can do if these two conditions are satisfied. Okay. So that C commutes with A and B. The commutator of A and B commutes with A and B. Okay. So this is you have. So now what is general formula? So general formula, suppose this kind of conditions are not there, basically this one goes on. There will be so many exponentials multiplying with this e power A and e power B. That is basically the Sassenhaus formula. Okay. So let me write down at least a few terms in that. So I write down c power z1. So anyway, we are not going to prove this. Okay. Because the earlier one, the whatever we have written, e power A plus B is equal to e power A into e power B into e power minus 1 by 2 C. This one you can actually try to prove. Okay. So that I am leaving to you to prove this, because you can take e power A into e power B as some g of lambda and expand it, see whether you are able to get this proof. So that this exercise, this one is possible to prove very easily. So you try to prove this, take it as an exercise. But this one is a long proof, okay. So we just state the result, okay. So, but these things we need to apply at so many places. So e power a plus b is equal to e power a into e power b into e power z1, e power z2, e power z3, etc. So what is z1? So z1 you can already see that minus 1 by 2c. Okay. So commutator of a with b is c. So z1 is minus 1 by 2 c, and z2 is basically 1 by 6 commutator of a with c plus 1 by 3 commutator of b with c, and z3 is equal to minus 1 by 24 a with c plus 1 minus 1 by 8 a with b with c minus 1 by 8 b with c. Okay. So this is basically set 3 and so on, set 4, set 5. So any advanced mathematical textbooks, okay, or mathematical physics textbooks can give you this or means most of the means remaining couple of series also. Okay. So at least if A commutes with the commutator of A with B and B commutes with the commutator of A with B. So this is the formula, this is a specific case on that. This one you can try to solve. So now you can ask what is e power A into e power B equal to, okay. So this is one of the special case of Sassenhaus formula. Now let us look at the other way around, that is e power A into e power B. Can I write it as e power A plus something something, okay. So that is also possible. So now let us just look at the one special case there, that is A with B is C and commutator of A commutes with the C and the B commutes with the C. Then in that case this will be equal to e power A plus B plus 1 by 2 C. Okay. So this is basically the Baker Campbell so this is another formula which is called, this is one of the special, so this is a special case of a general Baker-Campbell-Hausdorff formula where this condition is not satisfied, okay. So this general Baker-Campbell-Hausdorff formula is when this condition is not satisfied. So when this condition is satisfied, so this is what you get, okay. So this also will be very useful formula, okay. So you see this is e power A plus B is equal to e power A into e power B into minus 1 by 2 C, okay, and this one is e power A into e power B is equal to e power A plus B plus 1 by 2 C, okay. So this is Baker-Campbell-Hausdorff formula. So let us do some problem based on the Baker-Campbell-Osthoff or Sassena's formula. Okay, so let us do that. So the question is, so which problem you would like to do? Okay, so consider this operator. So Z is a complex number. This is some operator D, which is a function of Z. Okay, so this is equal to e power Z A dagger minus Z star A. Okay. So, can I use this special case of Sassenha's formula? Can I use this special case of this Sassenha's formula for this one to expand?
Yes, sir.
Because commutator of, so this A and A dagger operators are same operator we have been discussing earlier. So, A dagger equal to identity operator. So, obviously that is basically the C. C commutes with A and A dagger. Okay, so I can, so this is as a physics. Okay, so right now you learn more about this later on, but at least understand these are all applications in physics. So this is basically called displacement operator. So how this is a displacement operator and all you may learn later on. Okay, so right now consider this as an operator. Okay, that aspect. So please give me the expansion of e power Z A dagger minus Z star A as e power A into e power B into that term. So can you give me what is this equal to? Just take 1 minute. Okay, and find out what is that equal to. Okay, so I think all of you understand how to get this. So what is this equal to? E power Z A dagger e power minus Z star A. What is the next term?
E to power minus half.
E to the power minus half mod Z square. Good. Yeah. Now, if you have any question, ask me. Okay. So if you have a problem in getting this. So now, can I put the minus Z star A left hand side and Z A dagger right hand side? No. Right? No. Okay. Fine. So suppose I want to do that. Okay. I want to put this left hand side and this one right hand side. What is the answer? Okay. I just want to put this left hand side and this one right hand side. What will the answer? Yeah?
In that case, they need to commute, otherwise we can't do that.
No. It won't commute. I cannot simply replace. But I want a formula something like this. Okay. So I want e power minus Z star A e power Z A dagger. So there is something else should come here. Okay. I can write this in terms of this, provided there is some other extra term. So then what is that extra term? It is not same as e power minus 1 by 2 mod Z square. That is wrong. So they don't commute. That is the whole point. But can I write like this with an additional term here? Yeah?
We can use that formula E multiply with the commuter of e to the power commuter of
Yeah, you do and give me the answer.
e to the power half is the mod Z square.
E to the power plus half mod Z square. Is any question on this? How you are getting this?
Yes, sir, not getting it.
Not getting. So this is same as, this term is same as e power minus z star a plus z a dagger. Can I write like? Is this equal to this?
Yes, sir.
A plus b is equal to b plus a. Now your a and b are changed. In this your a and b operators are changed. So minus z star a will come first, z a dagger will come next, then the commutator of this with this into minus 1 by 2. So that will be, already you found the commutator of this with this, right? So commutator of this with this is minus 1 by 2 mod z square into minus 1 by 2 is this. So the reverse will be, so commutator of a with b will be equal to commutator of b with a with a minus sign.
Minus sign. Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is the way it is coming. Is that clear? Yeah. Yes? Okay. Any question?
No, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. Now, I just want to find out this dz acting on ket 0. Okay? So, you know A acting on ket 0 is 0 and A acting on ket n is root n ket n minus 1. A dagger acting on ket n is root n plus 1 ket n plus 1. Here for n is equal to 1, 2, etc. Here n is equal to 0, 1, 2, etc. Okay. So, can you just give me the answer for this? So this is nothing, so you just substitute. Which one you will substitute? If I substitute this, I am in trouble, right? If I substitute this formula or that formula, if I expand this, so there is an a plus b all square, you have to take about the commutator and it will become problematic. So what should I do? I should substitute the right hand side. So what was the right hand side we got? Any one of them, that is more than sufficient. But which one you will use? Okay, you have two formula for this. So one is one of them we got is e power plus half mod z square, e power minus z star a, e power z a dagger. Other one is e power minus 1 by 2 mod z square, e power z a dagger, e power minus z star a. So which one you think it is better to use? Yeah?
Seeking the first one.
Okay, somebody is saying first one, somebody is saying second one.
Because it is acting on the ground state. So
You are saying first one or second one?
first one.
So it is acting on the ground state, okay.
So a dagger will take the expression or the operator with e to the power that a dagger will take it up.
Get up, okay.
The other one will take it down. Otherwise, if we operate e to the power minus z star a, so on the ground state, it will be 0.
It will, what will happen?
Is it giving 0?
No, it is not 0. How? A acting on ket 0 is 0. E power minus z star acting on a, z star a acting on ket 0 is not 0.
Not 0, sir, but the expansion coefficient, when we are expanding this a and the higher powers of a will be, those terms will be.
Yeah, obviously only one term will be existing. Which term will be existing?
Identity.
Identity. So what is e power minus s star a acting on ket 0?
Identity.
It's not identity.
Z star. So Z
No,
is-
that's okay.
It is no. What is e power minus z star a? Minus z star a acting on ket 0.
Take 0.
Ket 0. So you are saying, is this because of this reason you should use this? Okay, let us hear what other people are saying. Is somebody saying that I should use? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Second formula would be good.
Easier. Why?
Sir, because all terms will go 0, so it is easy to manipulate for further terms.
All terms will be 0. See, this is ket 0 you got. Okay, why if you use this formula is become more easier than this one?
Sir, because for the first one, first we'll have to make e to the power z a dagger act on 0, then first it will increase, all terms will be different, then again we'll have to make e to the power minus z star a act on that, so it will become longer, sir. But for the second one, since the first one is directly giving us ket 0 only, so we only have to operate once.
Very good. Okay, so that is the case. So you have to use the second one because e power minus z dagger z star a acting on ket 0 is simply giving ket 0. After that you have to, so this action of this on ket 0 is not giving you anything more, right? You are having the same ket 0. So you have to only act z a dagger on ket 0 after that. But this one, if you do a dagger acting on ket 0 will take everything up. Then you have to z star a, it will take so many things down. Then you have to manipulate that to get the answer. So that is a long calculation, very long calculations. You may not even get into the calculation, okay, answer. So this will be easier.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, but the answer in both cases would be same. Huh?
It will be same. It will be same. Okay, so I am giving you that as an exercise. Doing with this, okay, doing with this, and give me the whatever answer we are going to get using this. Okay, so you give me that answer. Okay, then we will discuss that in the next class. Okay, you will get definitely acting on. So there are 4 ways you can do. One is this one acting on ket 0, this one acting on ket 0, this one acting on ket 0, and this one acting on ket 0. So all of them should give you the correct answer, same answer. But you have to now see which one is giving you the easiest and fast answer. Okay, so now I am leaving, whoever is interested can try this one and this one. I will try only this one because I have a limited time now. Okay, so
Sir,
yeah.
I didn't get how the e power minus z star a into ket 0 will give ket 0.
Okay, so that let me do that. E power minus z star a acting on ket 0. So exponential of any operator or matrix is you can put it in the series. So first one is identity operator minus z star a plus this is second term is square of this, right? So square of this will be plus z star square divided by 2 factorial a square. Next is minus term z star cube by 3 factorial a cube plus etc. Okay. So now acting on ket 0. So identity acting on ket 0, you get ket 0 itself. A acting on ket 0 will give you 0, null vector. Okay.
Oh, yes, sir, I got it.
So
All the terms.
all the terms will be 0. Yes. So that is clear now. Now we want to do,
Sir,
yes.
sir, can I ask how a square acting on ket 0 is equals to 0? A square.
A acting on ket, so a square acting on ket 0 you want to do, right? So this is equal to a into a acting on 0.
Okay, sir, now I will do it.
Okay. So now e power minus 1 by 2 mod z square e power z a dagger e power minus z star a acting on ket 0. So this will be equal to e power minus 1 by 2 mod z square e power z a dagger 0. We already done that, it is equal to ket 0. So now you have to do e power z a dagger acting on ket 0. So that is your job now. So all of you take 2 minutes to find out that, expand the series, okay, exponential z a dagger, then see whether you can just write it as a summation something, because this is a summation, no, so there is no problem. It's exponential is a sum of z a dagger power n by n factorial, right, acting on ket 0. So 2 ways you can do. So you can either expand like identity plus z a dagger plus etc., or you just write the exponential series, that is I am just talking about e power z a dagger, which is equal to z a dagger power n by n factorial acting on ket 0. You can one shot you can get the answer, or you 2-3 terms you find out, then you find out the answer. Okay. So I'll give you 2 minutes to get this answer. All of you please try that. Okay, so what you got here? So this is basically equal to e power minus 1 by 2 mod z square summation n is equal to 0 to infinity z power n divided by root n factorial get n, right. So this is what you got after doing this calculation. So you can call this d ket z acting on ket 0 as the state ket z. So you are calling dz acting on ket 0 as ket z, which having the representation e power minus 1 by 2 mod z square summation n is equal to 0 to infinity z power n divided by root n factorial ket n. So this one you have seen already earlier, right. So this is basically the Fock state expansion of the coherent state. So how did we define the coherent state earlier? So it was, we defined that it is an eigenstate of the operator A with eigenvalue z, right. So where z is a complex number. Now what you have seen that this ket z is actually the displacement operator acting on the ground state or ket 0. So that way also you get the same state ket z. So the question is, the coherent state you can define in so many ways. One is this way, basically that is the action of the displacement operator acting on ket 0, or it is an eigenstate of the annihilation operator A. Other way you can see is it is a minimum uncertainty state that I may do after we do the probability theory. Then another thing you can actually verify is, because we said that A acting on ket z is equal to z ket z. So now you, what you do is, in this you act A on both sides. Okay. See whether A acting on ket z you are getting as z ket z from this expression. Okay. So this one if you take it as a definition, no issue, but from this definition dz acting on ket 0 which is equal to ket z, if I do A acting on ket z which is equal to A acting on d into dz acting on ket 0. So then right hand side also you act A on this term. So and see that this is equal to show, okay, show that this is equal to Z into get Z. So you take this as an exercise.